Petrol and diesel prices have not been increased for almost 2.5 months, while crude prices are continuously trading high. The last hike was on April 6. The oil marketing companies raised prices 14 times in 18 days before that, and prices were higher by 10 rupees per litre. At that time, price of crude oil was around $100. But for 2.5 months since, the prices have not been increased. However, during this time, crude prices reached $125. In fact, the government actually reduced excise duty on petrol-diesel on May 22. As a result, petrol prices fell by 9 rupees. Controlling the petrol-diesel prices despite higher crude oil price indicates that higher retail inflation has worried the government. In April, retail inflation reached 7.79%. Higher petrol-diesel prices were the major driver for this. Higher inflation has compelled RBI to hike interest rates twice, and it also prevented price hike. If the OMCs would have continued raising prices in line with the international prices, then petrol and diesel would be 18 rupees and 25 rupees higher respectively. Then retail inflation might have reached double digits, and that would have induced panic in both the government and RBI and forced RBI to further increase rates. Although control on prices may have eased the path for RBI, but it induced different problems for the government. The government is importing oil at higher prices. Due to this, the trade deficit has reached a record level. In May, the merchandise trade deficit reached a record $24.29 billion. There are further headwinds for the government. Prices are not increasing and private oil companies are bearing losses. Private companies have reduced their petrol-diesel sales on the petrol pump. There is no petrol in Reliance and Nayara Energy petrol pumps in various states. Now, government companies are trying to compensate for this lower supply. So, by increasing sales, public companies are increasing the deficit of the government. So, will the government bear all the burden itself? The answer to all this lies in the inflation figures. Until inflation declines within the acceptable range of the government, the prices of petrol-diesel may not increase. As soon as inflation declines, petrol-diesel prices will rise for sure.